have entitled food tonight is my crazy spring break. So, how about that airline food? I've never actually been on a flight. Well, that's about it. Aha, April Fools. I got y'alls. Or maybe one of you, or maybe none at all. Wow, we got a big crowd tonight. Okay, so tonight I'm talking about my spring break, or at least the Monday of my spring break, because the most funny events happened on that day. My mom came to me Monday morning and said, "Hey, want to go bum it with Andrea and Matt? Matt is my best friend, and Andrea is my mom's best friend, who just happens to be my best friend's mom." So it's kind of funny in a way. So, anyways, when she said bumming it, I figured, oh, fun. I didn't know sitting in a car for hours while they wouldn't have fun or whatever. End of joke, laugh here. See, that's the way that works. There's like a joke, and then you insert the laugh at the end. Okay, so anyways, got in the car, and this is the first time I'd been with Matt driving, and I figured, oh, this will be great. He's probably a pretty good driver. And I guess he hadn't driven that much, except here and there. So get in the car, and we go halfway into my ditch. And it scared me. After that, I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. Scary, but awesome. So we got going on Highway 62, and for those of you who don't know what that is, that's a 4-lane highway, and so, undivided. And so we get going, no traffic, thank God. You're going in the left lane, and I'm thinking, we're not in London. So I'm like, Matt, please get over to the other side, and everyone's all like, please, and he's like, oh. So, got over. We're sitting going down the road, doing whatever speed. We're sitting going like this. With the steering wheel, and we're like. And I'm like, Matt, what are you doing? He's like, I'm trying to keep the car steady. And I suppose that could be harder for some people than others. So, I don't blame him. So, we get to our first destination, some kind of place to do some kind of legal stuff or whatnot. My mom's like, okay, you two just go ahead and sit in the car. And I'm like, oh, okay, well this will take, 10 minutes because legal stuff or whatever. I underestimated a little bit. Got in the front seat and we sat there for about an hour, trying to keep ourselves entertained any way we could, talking, and we ran out of stuff to talk about. So, now here's a luxury car, 1994 Lincoln Town Car to be exact. Anyways, little button on the dash that says fuel door, something like that. So, we're sitting there talking, we ran out of stuff to talk about. He bumps it with his knee. He's like, oh, I gotta go close the gas tank thing. So he gets out, shuts the door, goes and closes it. And I'm just bored out of my little sick, twisted mind. I gotta come up with anything I can to entertain myself. So he closes the thing, and I'm looking at him. I know what I can do. So I push the button, and it pops open again. And so he closes it. I push it again. Close it. I push it again. Now you gotta understand, this is hilarious because we're bored out of our minds. And he's sitting there, that's not funny, Lucas! And I'm like, this is hilarious, what are you talking about? So, he closes it eventually. He gets in the car, shuts the door, and I push the button again. So, I wait for him to sit down in his seat and close the door. So he gets out, shuts it, and that was the end of that for a while. And I said, hey, these are electric seats. Yeah, rock on. Trying to keep myself entertained. I said, hey Matt, pass the time, let's have electric chair races. It's like, oh, okay. So we scooch him up as far as they'll go. Ready, set, go. We're sitting there cracking up laughing the whole way because we're going like half a mile per hour, if that. Ha! In your face, I won, sucker! Well, at least that's what I was thinking, because if I had actually said that, he probably would have killed me. So, what I really said to him was, well, look at that, I won by like half a second. And so, we get going to our next destination, run over the Caribbean on the way out, which I knew that was coming on sometime. And then what we did was we went to the next place, but before we got there, we came up to a yellow light. And that was not slowing down at all. And Andrew was like, slow down. I was like, oh, I'm trying to beat it. That's not something you do. So the light turned red, and we're just keep on going. And he was like, slow down. It's like, oh, I am. We're getting like 5 feet from his line. I'm like, wow, I wondered what whiplash felt like. So, we're sitting there, my mom decides, oh, well, now's a good time to get a drink. She had her tea in a mason jar, with like a wide mouth or whatever you want to call it, lid and everything. She's like, oh. Green light, tea everywhere. Oh, what's this? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, keep your eyes on the road. Map tends to turn whichever direction you looked. We just avoided one car accident, that is. So, get your next stoplight or whatever, and it's red, and so that stops, another jolt of a stop, and we're sitting there, no one's coming, he just starts pulling away, and Andrew's like, what are you doing? He slams on the brakes again. And she's like, the light was still red. He's like, well, no one was coming, which you don't really do. Well, that's just about all I have for you tonight. So,